Hello there, welcome back to Crafters TV. Oh, it is Thursday afternoon at 1 o'clock here in the UK. It is, of course, 8 AM if you are on the East Coast. And it's time for a masterclass. Now, masterclass is here at Crafters TV, all about us taking a product or a sort of a concept of product or a technique, if you will, really breaking it down, sharing with you loads and loads of inspiration, really inspiring you to get the most out of the collections that you already own. And the reason we pick these collections is because they have been some of our all-time top-selling collections. However, if you don't, you okay there? You right? Or if you don't have your hands on these collections yet, absolutely, we're going to share some great deals with you as well. Now, I'm not here on my own. You may have seen him there having a, we're going to need bigger foam pads moment. It is the lovely Craig. How are you, Craig? What have we got coming up today? What can we expect to learn over the next couple of hours?
We're going to be focusing on decoupage. So this is our decoupage where we've got the dies to go with them. Most of the configurations have a paper pad as well. There is out in the World Wide Web or the Crafter's Companion website. There is downloads as well. We'll talk about that later on. But what we've got is we've got the die, so we can do the die cutting, so you can create your decoupage, whether it's the paper pads, whether it's the stamps, whether you're going to go for the downloads later on. We've got a great selection. It's been a while since we've had these all back together on one, so we're able to do the decoupage, which I love. We're able to use foam pads, which I love. I've got all my foam pads ready to go, and it's going to be jam-packed and quite a great selection of demos as well, even if I say so myself.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you know what? It's a great chance, our masterclasses, for you to get involved as well. Whether that's you sharing pictures with us of awesome things that you've been making. If you've done any kind of floral decoupage, whether it's from the knitwear collections, whether it is from our Caring Thoughts collection, whether it's this floral decoupage collection, please send me your pictures and you can send them in to me, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. If you've got any questions, you want to share the love about these collections, you want to ask any questions, maybe you've got a certain kind of concept or creative idea in mind that you want to run past Craig, then absolutely drop into the comments across on Crafters TV on the Facebook, so you can drop into the live feed there, or if you're on YouTube, search for us, Crafters Companion over there. If you want to watch and shop at the same time, then as always the best place to do that is over on our website, crafterscompanion.wherever you are, so .co.uk, .com or .eu. Always good as well at the start of the show to pop over there, click the shop the show button, have a look at absolutely everything that is in our show. So a lot of the time we have so many awesome things crammed into each and every show, we don't get a chance to show you every single element of it. Don't forget also as well that it's our Taste Of event. We're giving you a taste of the next level in the club. That means silver members, instead of getting 10%, you're getting 15. Gold, you're now getting 20 instead of 15. Platinum members, we're calling it temporary diamond. I'm going to get, if you start asking for that to become a thing, I might get in trouble. So it's just for this week, up until the end of Sunday, all of our platinum members will get 25% discount. So really do take advantage of that. It's the first time we've ever done it. I'm not sure how long we'll wait to get that again. Now, we're going to move on to the floral decoupage. There's a few different ways of you getting hold of this. So there is absolutely a price point for everyone in this. I'm going to run through it, what you get and how the concept works. So with a peony, let me firstly just show you what you get. So you get the pad, you get 48 pages of the pad. Now this is one of the pages from the pad. And I'm not sure if you can see here, you see you've got numbers on all of these different elements of this flower. What you've got is the die that lays over that. When you cut those elements out and you layer them up, this is what you get. But look at that gorgeous dimensional flower that you've got on there. It really is quite stunning. So what you've got is you've got the die and you've got the pad in here as well. Now the brilliant thing is when you have finished with the pad and you've got the die, we then give you the stamps as well, and the stamps work with the die. It gets better because we also make the artwork from the pad available for you to download online as well, so you're going to be able to replenish that as you go. Different options here for you if you want these sort of mini collections. So you've got the peony, which is this one here, 1688 or 2663. You also have the rose as well. Now the rose is the one below. This is what that decoupage pad is going to look like for you. So that is the floral element that you're going to get, and that is the gorgeous dimensional projects that you're going to be able to get there. And then that is the rose there for you. So again, you're getting the gorgeous dies, you're also getting the pad, and you're getting the stamps that go with that too, which is fantastic. There's another one for you too, and the other one we've got is the floral spray, which is this one just here. And this has been double decoupage, this one. So you're getting double the dimension. When you double the dimension, you double the craftiness, you double the impact. You can see there how awesome that looks. And this is what you're getting in this collection here. So you're getting the dies, the pad, and the stamps as well. Now, as well as having all of those individually, we also have a big collection available for you, so you can get all of them. It represents the best value. Now, we're also giving you some elements from the sunflower included. Now, with the sunflower, we don't currently have the decoupage pad. It's totally sold out. But what we are able to do is give you the download. So I'll just show you what you're getting in that collection. You're getting in there the sunflower stamps, and you're going to get the sunflower dies in there as well. So you're getting those two elements. So you can stamp it out and you can die cut it. You can see just there what you're getting. You can get the download right now though. Go to the home page, go to the bottom of the page to download, click then into instructions and guides, and you'll see it at the top. Floral, let me try that again. Floral decoupage topper sheet. Me and Georgina are both trying to say it and failing as well. Failing each other, aren't we, Georgina? Pam Craven. Stop the show. Stop the show. Pam Craven, PPE Pam, she's blown my mind. She says, Joe, you can call it Platinum Plus. I love that firstly. Do you know why though? Because we can be platypuses for the weekend. Yes, Pam, always coming through with a band, so I absolutely love that. Now, if you want to go for the whole collection, everything that I've just shown you there on this collection, which is fantastic, you should be looking at, in the UK, £95.89. We've given every one of you a great discount. You're all going to get it for less than that because you're all going to have some sort of platinum discount. Now, platinum members with the extra saving, the platypuses in the room out there, can get it for £37.98. Now, that saves you £57.91, which is fantastic. If you're in the US, the savings get even better, guys, because it should be $150.89. However, it's today $79.89. Platypuses, Platinum Plus members, you get it for $95.92, saving you $90. I know, right? If you break it down into elements, say you just took the 3 paper pads and you just used all the pages in the paper pads with the dies, you didn't use anything else in the collection, you just did those 100 and, how many would it be? It would be 144 projects. You'd be looking at, it would cost you 35 pence or 55 cents per element, which is great value. The platinum members though, 26 pence or 42 cents per element, and that doesn't even take into account the fact that you're going to stamp it and dye it. Stamp it and dye it, that's the thing, isn't it? Stamp and die cut it, that's what it's going for. Or the fact that you can download the artwork from the website and use it there as well. Loads of you sharing ideas, loads of you chatting, loads of you sending pictures, which is exactly what we want you to do. But I know, Craig, you've got lots planned, haven't you, with us, Craig, for the next couple of hours. So without further ado, Craig, take it away.
What we're going to do is let's show you some of the things that you can be making. So let's have a look at the floral spray on this one here. So what we've got is you can bring a couple of them in at once if you want to. So if you do happen to have your storybook die, you know, that would look really nice. So just putting 2 together. You've maybe got the peony. Now what about tiny little cards? You don't have to think of big statement pieces. You can of course just do little cards, little tags, little invites or anything like that you can be using. You can determine the height and the depth that you want. We'll go over that later on. We've got the sunflower as well. Now with the sunflower within that full bundle, it's the only one you don't get the paper pad with, but keeping in mind, you've still got the stamps to go with it. You've got the downloads to go with it as well. So you can use them time and time again. Or you might just want to use your coloured cardstock and pattern paper because you can die cut as well, all these different elements. Even the stamps, you can stamp them out, die cut them and create your own decoupage with the stamps. So many different things that you can do. Then my personal favourite, the rose. How elegant does that just look on one of Sharon Callis's die sets? I know we'll have them on the show as well. You might see me using them too. But going from the rose, now this is something I've done in the past. Sarah showed it on one of her previous shows. I have this just in my spare room. Bit of home decor. What we're going to do, Joe, is we are going to do a little bit of home decor with this rose. We're going to do a frame. We're going to keep it a bit simpler and quicker, but it goes to show how you absolutely
Is that your one from home?
That's my one from home.
I love it, Craig.
Yeah.
It's really lovely, that.
So we'll do a similar take, a smaller take on how you can do a bit of home decor when it comes to these as well. Spectacular die and stamp sets.
Fabulous. Right, if you've got any questions, please get them in. But we're going to learn lots over the next couple of hours, which is awesome. We might even have a bit of banter and a few giggles, Craig, eh? Who knows? But yes, very busy already. I need to let you know 10% of the big collection, details on your screen, that's what represents the best saving. 10% gone already. Yeah, it's going to be a very, very busy show, Craig. I don't remember seeing it anywhere near this price. I only remember doing a collection as big as this at launch, Craig. I think since then we've only had really sort of small individual elements back in stock since then, haven't we?
Absolutely, yeah, you're right. You know, I couldn't believe it either when it's seen that price. So remember again, you know, what you're able to do is the stamps and the dies, you know, they're not consumables, which just means you look after them. They're going to last you time and time again. And even with that download, save it to your computer like I've done, and then you'll be able to use that time and time again as well. But what we're going to do is let's take the rose for this one here and let's go all in, Joe, and let's make a bit of home decor. Let's really kick the show off in style. So what we can do with this one is bringing in the die. So this is from the paper pad you get with it. So you can see it's 6x6 and it's full and it's 250 GSM. So it's great quality for doing your decoupage. You're getting 48 sheets within each bundle. So what we can do is let's bring in the dies. So we've got these ones here. So the dies have all got the outside cutting edge all the way around. But have a look at the incredible detail that you can see. That doesn't emboss, that debosses. So that's going to deboss into your cardstock. So whether you're using normal cardstock, you're still going to get the design element of the rose coming through, or whichever flower die that you use. So what we're going to do is we'll really step you through it in this first demonstration for anyone that's new with these ones. What you'll be able to see within the image on the pad, can you see we've got number 1, we've got number 2, number 3, 4, 5 and 6. If you're like me and you love that your decoupage, you don't actually need these numbers, you'll be easily and very quickly pop the die to the right image. However, if you are new to it, on the die, what you're going to be able to find is there's a tiny little metal tab. This isn't a die cut, this isn't going to cut or anything like that. It's just a little tab where my pinky is. If I turn that over, now it's easy for me to see up close. You'll see it a lot easier when you get it at home, but there's actually an engraved number there which happens to say 1. So that lets me know this is layer 1, which is then going to go onto layer 1. So what we can do is we've got the outline of the rose. So I'm going to pop that in where the engraved number 1 is, where my finger is. That's going to sit over the number 1, and we're going to set that into place just so it sits nicely nestled into the design, so we can see the paper image underneath, and we're going to move the die into place so it's covered perfectly. Then what we can do is we can bring in our low tack tape, and what we're going to do is we're going to tape that down to secure it. And what we can then do is we can do exactly the same with the other ones. So I know from this one is number 2. So I'm going to look for number 2, which is this one, and that's going to sit nicely over the top. And that's exactly what I'm going to do for all these elements at the moment, Joe.
Awesome. Getting really busy. Lots of you chatting away over on Facebook and YouTube. So remember, it's very easy for you to chat away with us. Also, I want to say hello. Katie Henderson is tuning in from San Francisco. She's saying hi. Flavia is in India. India? Shut the front door. We've got an Indian viewer. Flavia, where in India are you joining us from? I think that might be the first time we've had an Indian viewer, Craig.
I think so.
How awesome is that? Do let me know, Flavia, where you're joining us from. Jill, of course, is here in North Yorkshire as well. Kerry's new to Decoupage. I pre-ordered my tools this morning. Can't wait to learn. The great thing is, if you are new, if you don't have any of these tools yet, it's not too late, because remember, you can come back to this masterclass at any point in the future that you wish. So you can order the product now, you can make a note of the time and the date of the show, and then when you get your product back, you'll be able to go straight back on Facebook or YouTube or on our website, and then you will be able to go and check this out, which is awesome. Getting very busy across all the channels at the moment. Mary is in as well from Ireland. Hi, Mary. Evelyn says, says, I love the decoupage. I just got the new one from Sarah's Signature. And Rosalind says, I really need this masterclass. I've got lots of unused decoupage pads. Well, we'll get you cracking them out, Rosalind, at this rate.
Absolutely. And what we'll do as well, just shortly, is we'll show you how easy they are to hand cut as well, if you choose to do that. So what I'm doing, these are our wafer thin die Joe. So if you're using the Gemini, it's the same configuration. So base cut and plate, plastic shim, magnetic, and then our top cut and plate. So as you can see, because the paper pad is 6x6, going to go through the Gemini Junior perfectly. It's going to go through the Daddy Gemini perfectly, and it's even going to go through the Gemini Midi perfectly. Most of these ones, certainly all of the layers of the rose, if you chop them down, if you chop the paper down separate, each one is going to go through the Gemini Go as well as the Gemini Mini. So you can do that with these individual elements. So what we can do is you can see it's die cut. Look how lovely they've die cut. We've got the little halo around the first image. So what I'm going to do is I know that's layer 1, then I've got layer 2, then we've got layer 3 with 4, and then what we've got is 5. And the leaves, if I bring in the leaves here, it is one die, but what happens is it die cuts them all out individually. So you've got your 3 individual ones here. So what I can do is let's move these ones out of the way for the time being. What I want to do as well is I want to add a little bit of shape. Now, I love decoupage where it is straight on, layer upon layer upon layer, flat. I know Sarah and the Debbies, these like to shape them, you know, and they say that, you know, it's easier to shape with your glue gel, because if you want to use glue gel, you can. I'm here to show you can still shape your layers even if you're using foam pads, and that's what I'm going to do with this one here. I've brought a couple of my tools from our flower forming. So I'm not going to do the first layer. What I can do is I'm going to bring in this top one here. So this is kind of like layer 2. And I've just brought on my sponge mat. If you don't have your sponge mat, if you want to use a mouse mat or a soft mat, stamping mat even would work well. Actually, I think in that case, I am going to use this stamping mat because it's got a little bit more give when it comes to the foam. What I'm going to do with my ball tool, let's go for the second largest. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just work my way around, and I'm just going to curve each of the edges. I'm not going to go right into the middle. What I'm just doing, Joe, is I'm just going around kind of like the edges, and then what's going to happen is that's going to create, so you can see from up above, so there's it flat. See if I turn it around, see how we've got that curvature to it.
Really lovely.
What happens then is when we cover them, or we pop the foam pads on the back, it actually helps cover the pads if you don't like to see them.
Awesome, really fantastic. Flavia's in Delhi. How exciting is that? Live from Newton Aycliffe to Delhi. I think it's awesome. I think it really is. We had a Thai viewer earlier in the week. I know we have viewers regularly that watch us in Malaysia and Singapore, Australia, South Africa. I know we have quite a lot of viewers these days. Canada, of course, the US, the UK, all across Europe. Finland, Malta, I'm trying to think of others. Norway, I know we have some viewers from Norway as well. Sweden, often in the house. Germany, of course. Yeah, I think it's fabulous that we're so international, Craig. If you watch these shows and you haven't commented before, because we interact, I'd say, regularly, Craig, in these shows with about 50 or 60 people, but at times, you know, there's thousands of people watching these shows. So if you've not interacted with us before, you've not let us know who you are and where you're from, I'd love today to be the first opportunity that you take to do that. And you can remember, do that really easily. You search for Crafters TV on Facebook. If you're not already watching there, you can drop into the comments. If you're watching us through YouTube, pop into the comments there as well. And yeah, let us know, say hello. We love getting to know people. We love knowing where you are all from and how far-reaching and wide-reaching our Crafters TV family is, which is growing and getting bigger and bigger and bigger all the time. We're getting so many new viewers all the time, Craig. If you want to place an order for absolutely anything at any point, the details are in the very bottom left corner of your screen, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au. That is how you order. It's all very simple. At the home page, you'll see a video. You'll probably see me going like this in the corner, and then you click the Shop the Show button underneath, and that guides you through the whole process seamlessly and easily. And the great thing is, everyone is getting extra 5% discount this weekend, of course, because it is part of our taste of. We're giving you a taste of the next level in the club, which I think is awesome, Craig.
It is. It really, really is. And this really is that perfect time to even stock up on, for instance, the foam pads, we've got that get it, got it good deal where you get the adhesives. Getting that extra bit of discount, it's these essential parts, these essential products you need with the crafting that there's going to come a time that you need to stock up and you think, I should have just bought them when I got that little bit extra discount. Now is the time to do that. So that's exactly what I've used. I've used our foam pads for this one. If you want to use your glue gel, you can, not a problem. What I do say, I said it in the earlier show, well, I think I said it on Wake Up Call this morning. We had Hilary on, and even Hilary and we had Laura and Adam in the gallery, and I think they were shocked with what I was away to say, and that is, if you've never tried decoupage before, when it comes to layering them up, I would suggest trying glue gel first, because foam pads is an instant stick. You know, you kind of need to get them near enough into place the first time.
It's funny because this was a question I was about to ask you in a minute, Craig.
Really?
We must be very much in tune today.
We must be. Absolutely. I would say glue gel to start with if you've never done decoupage before. Even if you've never done crafting before, I would suggest things like your Collal all-purpose glue, simply because it gives you wiggle room. It gives you time to manoeuvre. If you use things like our tape runner, your foam pads, as long as you don't press it down too hard, you can still manoeuvre it slightly, but certainly for a new beginner, if you don't have that confidence as of yet, then a wet glue is certainly better for you. And what I am doing is using my tape runner for these mats and layers. What I've done is I've taken a bit of pattern paper, which happened to be from a past Sarah's signature, which was a winter's tale.
Awesome.
Thought we'll go with the tartan. You know, I wonder why I like a bit of tartan.
You
don't know why. I just thought we'd go for the tartan.
Not sure.
So what I'm doing with this one here is I've also brought in a frame. So this is a smaller style than what I was showing you beforehand. You can take the glass out, but Joe, I like to do my home decor frames leaving the glass in. I just think sometimes, because you get that bit of a sheen with the glass showing all the way around, it sometimes works. Gives you that extra frame in and it gives you that glisten. Certainly if the sunlight's hitting it, it can work well. So that's exactly what I'm going to do on this one. I'm going to layer these ones up. I've got my layers all nicely layered together. And what we can then do is if we pop that into the middle and we can layer that on into place, we can then bring in our layers. So if we bring this one here, so with this layer here, this base layer, I've not added any shape to it. You can do if you want, but I've kept it flat for this instant. But what we can then do is take these ones off, and likewise, this could be a 5x7 card blank. Doesn't have to be a frame. What I'm doing then is I'm going to pop that one into the middle here, and see how I'm not pressing too much, so I can still have that little bit of manoeuvrability with the foam pads. And then once I'm happy where I want it to be, I'm going to press, and I'm not even going to attempt to peel that off because that is stuck. That will tear my next layer of card. Then what we're going to do is let's take layer 2, let's take the backing off, and then what we're going to do is we're now going to position that over the matching layer underneath. So we're going to go over the top. Once I am happy with that one, I'm going to press. And because I've added a bit of curvature to the shape, you see how you don't see the foam pads? Want to reiterate again, I don't mind seeing the foam pads in between the layers. I quite like it. But if you don't, but you want to use foam pads, but you don't want to see the layers, just do a bit of shaping. You can do that.
I've had an idea, Craig.
What's that?
You know I have good ideas and bad ideas. It might be a great idea, it might be an awful idea. Could you, I mean, I just can't get over how awful my hair looks at the moment. Apologies. We haven't been able to get our hair cut since, it hasn't been cut since about the 20th. I look like I've brushed it with a helium balloon this morning. It is just everywhere. And it's like a bird's nest. Honestly, things could get stuck in there, Craig. It's so thick and full of product. I was going to say, could you mould the bottom layer of your decoupage, but also take the decoupage die and cut it just in plain black and put that behind. So, you know, because I'm imagining it would contract, but give you a bit of like a border almost.
A bit of a shadow even, a drop shadow. Absolutely.
Would that work?
Of course it will.
Oh,
I tell you what, I haven't planned to do that in any of my demos, but it's very easy to do. It's
Awesome.
very, very simple.
And I guess you could play around with mirror and matte mirror and glitter and all sorts of things doing that. So yeah, loads of ways you can use it. Remember as well, in the smaller collections, you're getting the die, you get the pad, and you get the stamps. And then in the big collection, you're getting everything, plus the stamp and the dies bonus ones from the sunflowers as well. When you've exhausted those pads, when you've used the pads, absolutely, if you want to add extra pads into your basket, you can. They are available individually on the website, but you then got the downloadable artwork afterwards too. Love that, Craig.
If you were to use the stamps, we've got sentiments within the stamps as well. So you could then come along, you could stamp a sentiment, add it to the bottom, or maybe you've got some of our verse stamp sets. So I'm going to bring this one in just quickly, just so you can see we've got some sentiments that you're able to stamp out as well if you want. Pop that one on. Could be a die cut sentiment, but that is a smaller version of the one that I've done beforehand, and I have popped one of our verse sentiments into the middle there. But this one, £2.49 I think this frame was.
Do you know what? It's quite remarkable, Craig. Do you know how much it is to get stuff framed? Do you know how expensive it is to have stuff professionally framed? I mean, it looks beautiful. I had a load of prints at home. I had an A1 print, so you guys know how big A1 is. I don't need to stand here and show you. And I also had a couple of smaller ones, one about sort of this big and another one about this sort of big. It was in excess of £100 to have the three of them framed. It's like a lot of money. Compared to what you can go out and buy frames for, I mean, I think it's awesome. Imagine giving that to someone. Imagine rather than giving them a card for their birthday or for an anniversary, imagine if you give them that with a nice little note on the back. How awesome is that going to look?
Be really nice. And I think something like this, what helps is the fact I've left the glass in. So every now and again, when, it's, you know, something like that. I know this is bouncing off our lights in the studio, but can you imagine if that's sunlight coming through from the window, or that glare or something, the good glare
in a bathroom near a candle, maybe. It's going to look awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not too near, but
no.
Yeah.
But yeah, it could be any of the ones that we've got. And then keep in mind as well, it doesn't have to be a frame. Do exactly what I've done. And these layers here, these layers that I've done is just under 5x7. So that would fit on a 5x7 card if you want to.
Absolutely fantastic. I love it, Craig. 5064, 79.89. Remember what you're getting, the whole collection here, including the sunflowers as well. What you've also got there as well, don't forget, is of course your discount. Now the great thing about the discount at the moment is you're getting the extra 5% off. So the platinum members can get this today for $37.98, which is awesome value, or $59.92, saving you $57.91 or $90.97. And remember the three floral elements that you're getting. Remember, let me show you actually what you're getting. So in the pad, you get 48 sheets of this basically, and it's great because it's a 250 GSM, so it's a really good quality cardstock. It's beautifully printed, but it is uncoated. So if you did want to come and add something over the top of it, like a little bit of a clear sparkle overlay or something like that, that is the peony that I'm holding here, and the peony creates that awesome project just there. How awesome is that? Really lovely, loads of dimension on that. So you get 48 pages of that in there. You get the stamps and the dies as well. So you can die cut this out. You can also stamp it and then die cut it out. And you've got the extra elements within there as well. So that's the peony if you want to get that one on its own. We've then got the rose as well. And this is what the rose looks like. I think it's super classic, isn't it? The rose, and very classy. Dare I even say it, maybe a little bit Beauty and the Beast as well. It is. I'm singing it now, the Celine Dion version, of course.
Oh, yeah.
So you've got
a moment left. No, I won't.
You've got that one in there as well. And you've also got this one here. How long, Craig, before the Celine Dion concert gets postponed again? It's only a matter of time,
I think it's going to get cancelled. I think it's going to get cancelled. Yeah.
No, it's going to get postponed again. We're going to see Celine, Craig. Don't you worry. She's going to be here with us. She's going to get us through it. She really is. You've then got the floral spray. Now that is what the sheet looks like, and then of course this is what that looks like. It is absolutely awesome. I don't think she can cancel it, Craig, because I would be surprised if she cancels, because she is halfway through the tour. It's not like she hasn't started it yet, or, you know, she's partway through the US date, so she's going to have to pick it up and start again, I reckon.
I think they're just going to cancel them and then restart once we're allowed. Who knows? We'll just need to wait and see.
I hope not, because I need something to look forward to. And at the moment, Celine is that beacon of hope.
Me too.
You know,
roll on April.
I said to someone it's going to be all over by March, and they said how? I said because I'm going to a Celine concert, and that's the power of love, Craig. I know, they don't get any better, I'm sorry.
That's the way it is.
Loads of, what?
That's the way that it is.
30% of the big collection has gone. How are we going to get through? We've got an hour and a half left. And that doesn't include everyone that's got this in their basket at the moment. I mean, the value is incredible. When you break it down per project, even if you did the 3 pads, just the projects in the 3 pads, right? 35 pence or 55 cents per project, per flower. And also, if you worked that out with your Club Inspire discount for Platinum members, 26 pence or 42 cents per flower. I mean, it is phenomenal value for money, however you look at it. Lots of you chatting around? No? Chatting around? Not chatting around? Chatting about? Having a chat with me in the comments, which is fantastic. Deborah's saying that, Deborah Lafleur, love your surname, Deborah, says, I'm glad I ordered 2 books of the floral decoupage. I've already used a lot of the flowers already. That's a great point. I know a lot of you maybe picking your favourite flower, adding an extra book in, or maybe adding some extra of the decoupage pads into your big collections. Diane says, rightfully so, all over the world people are connecting through crafting. It's wonderful. It is, isn't it? Mitch says, hey, I've just ordered the classic rose and the floral spray set. So looking forward to making a Mother's Day card. These would make great Mother's Day cards, actually. Really nice. I think they are. The rose one particularly would be good for like really meaningful sentiment cards, Craig, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And maybe the floral spray ones for wedding cards. I think you'll work out your own way of using these once you get them home. Lee Allen says, thanks for the tip, Craig. I've had some challenges in the past where my finished project was a bit askew. So thank you for that. Gilmore says, bird's nest is how I would describe my hair too. Susan saying, great idea, Joe, with a matte layer. And Rosalind saying, I use the Crafts Companion framing dies to cut the paper frames. Also a really awesome idea. Keep getting your comments in across on Facebook or across on YouTube as well. Now, everyone that's going for the decoupage set, especially anyone that's newer to us. Now, I know we get a lot of new customers all the time, new viewers joining us, joining our families. Do you know what? You don't have to shop with us. Some of you, do you know that every time I come back to this shot, I'm trying to sort this hair out again? A lot of you, you don't need to shop with us. You can just be here, you know, take advantage of our sparkling wit and charm if you want to. But all of you that are ordering, especially if you're newer, I'd love you to go for the glue tape pen, the 3D glue gel, and the all-purpose glue to go with your decoupage. Because as Craig was saying, with a foam pad, Craig, I think what you were saying, wasn't it, that you're committed with a foam pad. Whereas with the 3D glue gel, you put a bit of that on, you can actually move it around. It's got quite a long open time or a drying time. It gives you time to maneuver it into place. Exactly the same with the all-purpose as well. So if you haven't tried decoupage before, this is definitely that awesome starter adhesive collection for you. At £9.50 as well, add it into your basket. The great thing is, you know, maybe you're going to get up to $100 postage. This is going to be one of the not that the postage is going to cost you $100. I've poorly explained that. Getting up to $100 spend so as you get that free postage, of course. Is what I meant. We're never going to charge you $100 postage. That would be awful, Craig.
Can I just, definitely not. Can I just say as well about the glue gel?
Yes.
With the foam pads, is obviously you tend to have to work around the depth of the foam pad. So you get certain depths of foam pads like the bundle. At least with glue gel, you can determine how thick. You know, if you want to have it like 1 millimetre, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can determine the thickness. You don't have to go by with what the thickness of the foam pad is.
Right, absolutely. Thank you for that, Craig. We're going to move on to Caring Thoughts. Now, you and I have got... Am I doing it with you, Craig? It's a craft along on Monday with you and I. Fantastic. It's George Squared, Joe and Craig in here, so that'll be fun. Really good, but you can grab these now. What's today? Thursday. If you're in the UK, I reckon you'd receive this probably by Monday's craft along. Don't worry, if you don't receive it in that time, you're going to be able to come and watch it back. But if you've already got Caring Thoughts Signature Collection, we've got decoupage as part of that. Let me show you the pad first, because the pad's a bit different here. The pad's actually got 2 different designs in the one pad. So you see how we've got 2 designs in the same pad there. Now, what that means is you've got 2 die sets that go with it as well. So what you get is you get 48 pages of this. I would highly recommend you stick another one of these pads in your basket, because obviously you're going to go through this pad twice as quickly as you're going to go through the other pads that we were sharing for you. And you've got then the 2 different floral designs in there that you're then going to be able to cut out as well. And what we're giving you are the 2 die sets that allow you to cut those as well. We will make this imagery available, as with the others, on the website. I think it might actually already be there, actually. So if you've used the pads, you can print it out. I mean, of course you can print it, and that's great. I think a lot of you quite like the thickness and the quality of that paper pad that you've got in there. £25.47 or £39.63 if you want to get your hands on it. Platinum members with the extra discount, of course, $19.10 or $31.70, which is absolutely awesome. Make sure you grab that. And if you've got your Caring Thoughts and you love it, make sure you join myself and Craig for the craft along on Monday. Craig, have you got the first craft along tomorrow, am I right in thinking? Do you want to give us a quick little heads up what's happening there?
I do indeed, yeah. This is going to be so much fun when it comes to the craft along tomorrow. It's all about nature gardening, our peacock collection. So if you go onto our Instagram, my Instagram, Facebook, we've got the details of what I'm going to be making. We've shared a picture and the products that you're going to need. The products within the show and maybe a few extras that we're going to need. If you don't have them, but you want to craft along down the line, although it won't be live, we're giving you the ability to then purchase the products tomorrow at a little bit of an extra discount as well. So if you've got them, get them together so you can craft along live. Not going to go too fast, literally crafting along live on one of the specific demos that I've got set up.
Awesome, really look forward to that. So make sure you join Craig and Ben for that tomorrow. Lots of you chatting away, could you use the, hi guys, can you use the dies without the stamps, or are they made specifically for the decoupage pads? You can use them with the pads, you can use them with the stamps, you could use them without the stamps if you want, but what it's going to create, of course, is that outline shape. I guess actually you could put all the bits together, so whether you want to add the detailing onto it or not. So yeah, maybe the stamps on their own or the dies on their own would be used. What do you think, Craig?
Yeah, you can do it. It works really, really well. What I might do is, I've not got a specific demo set up to show how to decoupage with the stamp and the dies, but it doesn't take long at all. So at least at some point during this show, I will show you that concept.
Awesome.
It's one of those that some people have a little bit of trouble with. Once you get it, you think, oh my gosh, it's so easy. So we'll show you that.
I look forward to seeing that, Craig. Evelyn says as well, she's got the Caring Thoughts decoupage set coming in the mail today. Well, perfect timing. Make sure you join us for the craft along on Monday. Now, we've talked a lot about Club Inspired discounts and also that Taste of event, which is giving you a taste of the next level in Club Inspire. And I'm going to share with you all the details of Club Inspire in just a second. Let me firstly share with you the details of the Get It, Got It Good deal. It's a weekly deal. This is this week's one for you. An amazing adhesive collection there with foam pads. You've also got your tape runners, you've got the all-purpose and the red liner tape, £23 or $39. We've got some Sharon Callis vintage lace frames in the show for you as well. These were extremely popular when they were launched. I will maybe take you through the boards of these a little bit later in the show. £41 or $60 if you'd like to go for those. And we've got some art boards as well from the wonderful team at Dreamies, which is awesome. Not a company we see a lot of here on Crafters TV.
I didn't know we had these on the show.
Yeah, I know, they're fantastic, aren't they? These are great to decoupage over with some papers or some tissue papers or something, and then use them as a stand for your floral elements. 3 different sizes for you. 6x4 is that one just there. You got the 6x6, and we've also got an 8x8 as well. So whatever you want to go for, really lovely little boards for you to use, which is fantastic. Now remember, I was talking about Club Inspire. Remember to take advantage of your discounts. Also remember you're getting that extra 5% all the way up until the end of Sunday. If you are new to us, or maybe you just need a little bit of a refresher on all the things that are so fabulous about Club Inspire, here's Sarah to take you through them.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the Crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
All the details there, of course, of Club Inspire, all about giving you that extra saving, and you're also going to get the extra discount. But stop! Demo time! It is, of course, time for another demonstration with Craig. Any questions that you've got, please get them in across on Facebook or on YouTube. The social media superstars will ping them my way. Also, keep remembering, don't forget to keep sharing pictures of your floral decoupage projects that you've worked on, and we're going to share some of those very shortly with you as well. If you want to send me in some, then you need to studio@craftscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send them into. What would you like to share with us next, Craig?
So what we're going to do is we're going to use the floral spray, but we're also going to incorporate the bobbin lace frame from Sharon Callis as well. So what I have done, a lot of tongue twisters in this show, or all the shows today. So what I've done beforehand, using the outline die, I have die cut 2 of them within our white smooth stamping card. On one of them, I've scored a line at about 1 inch in. And then what I've done is I've popped some adhesive tape onto the side, and I'm going to press, and then that's going to give us our own little card blank that we can see here. Then what I'm going to do is I've taken some of our 12 by 12 texture paper pad, the sunflower one. Now I'm not going to cut out all these layers because I've got them pre-prepped because I really want to focus on the decoupage. But what we can do is on one of the layers, I'm going to take the decorative die into place. We can pop that one through, and this one is then going to run through our Gemini Junior. I just need to trim that down a little bit more so it will fit. And then what I'm going to do with this one, Joe, is as we begin to finish this one, I'm going to take your idea as to what you said before, and the die that we use to cut out this is the base one, I'm going to cut it out just in black, and then we can do a bit of an off shadow effect.
Oh,
so it's going to
no
work
pressure
really
then,
well.
Craig.
And actually what we might do is goes to show you, if you were to cut them all out in black, because you get the emboss or debossed effect, gilded wax even. Can you imagine what these would be like if you die cut them on their own?
Oh, nice.
So
really
I'll give
lovely.
you an idea as to how that could look.
I love that.
So what we can do, let's take this one out the way, and I'm going to bring in my tool. Where have I popped my tool? Here we go, got my brush tool. So I'm going to take out all of these bits. So we've got all these bits just popping out. I've got one finished, so I just want you to see, I don't want anyone to think I'm hiding anything. See how these all are they've all popped out.
Awesome.
All these little bits there. So they are all die cutting out, but just to save time, there is the one that I've done beforehand. Then what I've already done, let's bring in our die set again, and I'll get all these bits out after the show. We're going to come in to this next layer. So there's the first layer we've done. There's the second. Now this outline layer, we've cut this into our black matte card, which gives me that panel. Then what I've done on this decorative panel here, what I have used is another piece of that yellow, and I've die cut that one out, which then gives me this one. So this one we use a lighter yellow, still from the Sunflower collection of the 12 by 12 paper pads. So what I'm going to do now is let's bring these ones in. We can assemble these ones in a moment or two, but what we can do is we can bring in our decoupage. So once again, we've got our 6x6 cardstock, and what we can do is we're going to layer these ones on exactly the same as the rose. What I'm going to do, this one has got a little engraved number 1 here where my finger is, and there's number 1 there. So we're going to repeat, and that's the thing with these ones which makes them really quick to cut out, is it's very repetitive, Joe. What I'm doing here is exactly the same with the rose, and it's exactly the same with the peony, as well as the sunflower if you're using the stamp, or even the downloads. Because there, just to let you know, if you print your download out, it prints out on, you pop A4 paper in, it'll still print on a 6x6 panel, as long as you don't adjust your settings. So you're just going to do exactly what I've done. So therefore, what we can do is we can work that around. And if you are doing all these layers at the same time, like I'm doing, Joe, I would suggest just make sure that it's secured properly with your low tack tape. See how they are a little bit close? If you want to do them separate, by all means you can. But if you want to do them all in a one-er, like I'm doing, just make sure that it's nice and secure. But we're going to have a play and we can see that one goes that way. And then what we're going to do is we're going to run this through the Gemini, and that's going to die cut them all out.
Awesome. Great as well that they're numbered, Craig, just making it super simple, isn't it? A lot of people very excited about that craft along tomorrow, Craig. Susan says, hey Craig, I'm so looking forward to crafting along with you tomorrow. I absolutely love the Peacock collection. And Suzanne as well says, I am ready for the craft along tomorrow. I can't wait. On your best behaviour, Craig, the boss is in the studio. She's coming your way, just to let you know.
I just need a pair of scissors.
Sarah, we're live. We're live at the moment.
I'll see you at 4, Sarah.
See you at 4.
Fabulous. Cartload, of course, coming up a little later with me and Sarah. I know.
Chic comes in here,
Steals
nicks
your
my stuff.
scissors.
Just as well I like her. She pays my wage, so, So all that I've done now, we're just doing exactly the same, Joe. We're just popping that one through, and we're going to run that through our Gemini. Popping them in, and then what we can do is we'll take these elements out, what I've already done before, because what I want you to know as well, you don't just have to do one level of them. If you die cut another sheet, Joe, if you want to go ultimate with your decoupage, then you can do it as well. Decoupage, what I would be doing is I would be making an envelope box for them or an actual gift box for them, because you've got all that height. But what we can do is we can pop all these bits out, and here, so let's take these ones out, and I'm going to move that one there. So we've got all our bits out here. What I'm then going to do, let's bring in a bit of that black card. We're going to peel these ones on. Now what I'm doing here, I'm not doing anything other than popping the die onto our cardstock. Black card, as you said, it could be our mirror card, it could be our satin card, that could be cut into glitter card. It would look phenomenal. So think about what else that you've got. Maybe you've just got flowery patterned paper. Just die cut all these dies on their own, create your own, a very unique patterned decoupage.
So many different ways of using them as well. Really, really is awesome. I think you'll come up with more ways of using them as well, the more you do use them. And I think they've all, I mean, I certainly instantly see the way that I would, if I was a crafter, how I would use them, Craig. They're all sort of a theme, but very different still at the same time, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. They really, really are. So what I'm going to do now, I know I don't know actually, I'm going to stay still because I think it's worthwhile you having a look. Is it up above? Joe, do you want to go closer? Yeah. I am going to pop a little bit of gilding wax in a moment. I'll let you get close, George, and then I'll start to
because
tip.
it gives you the texture.
It gives you the texture within the middle. So I'm going to then, can you see all of those lines, all of those grids? So if I bring this, so see all that detail is now debossed into the image here. So I know it's a bit harder to see because it's the card, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on with my gilding wax and I'm going to pick it up. Now keeping in mind,
Magic. It's like magic,
image, I know. The image is debossed. So instead of the raised areas picking up the gilding wax, it's actually the reverse side, and it looks phenomenal.
Oh, that's awesome, Craig.
Isn't it?
So yeah,
smart?
definitely using the dies on their own. Another way to use these.
It's very, obviously I'm using the silver, so metallic look.
This is a floral spray, is it, you're using here?
It is.
Awesome.
It is. So you can do...
We could do this with all the others as well?
All of them.
Perfect.
Every single one, you can do exactly what I'm doing now, because it is just a normal Crafter's Companion die. It's just got the deboss in the middle. Leave it like this, Joe, that could be a topper, but can you imagine cutting out all these layers in the same way?
Yeah, awesome.
Then decoupaging it, wouldn't it look awesome? But look at that.
Really gorgeous,
How
Craig. I love that idea.
different does that look compared to that?
Yeah, well, you'd never know they were the same product, would you?
So I tell you what I'm going to do actually, because I was going to use the black as the shadow. Let's actually just use that one. I know we're covering up all that detail, but I don't want to waste it. So that can then sit nicely on the side.
I love that, Craig.
So instead of it being black or a bit of silver mirror or matte, we've now got that little bit of silver gilding wax as a shadow.
I think it's awesome.
And then we can just start to build it up. But what I will do, just to explain just now, before I go back to you, Joe, is I'm going to do a couple of different extra layers. I've got a second lot already die cut just to the side of me here. So what I'm going to do is I'll explain shortly how many different layers I've added.
What, Jill, should we show some show some pictures?
Sure.
Show some pictures.
Let's
We've
show
had
some
loads of
pictures,
pictures in. Let's share some with you because I know it was Wibbon weaving today and this morning. Now show some pictures. Jennifer sent these in to us, Craig. She's been very busy. I love these. She's got the peony there, and also the sunflower, which is just gorgeous. Kerry's also been very busy as well. Kerry Beard sent this one into us. I love it because you can really make the projects about this, can't you, Craig? Or you can accent other projects that you're working on. I think you could bring any of these flowers into pretty much most of our signature ranges that we've done previously, just to accent them if you wanted to.
Exactly. Straight away, the one that comes to mind, Joe, is Rose Garden. Sarah's Rose Garden collection.
Absolutely. A Garden of Love would be great. Caring Thoughts, it mix and matches with lots of them. Anything that's got that floral theme, this is going to work with. Nonna in Whitby's been busy as well. She sent us this one in, Krieg, which I love. She is in a very wet Whitby. She let me know this morning. I hope it's dried up. I hope the rain stopped, Nonna. Do let me know. Yes, and that's a gorgeous one that we've got there. And another one from Nonna as well. Also, yes, Craig, I love this idea. Think about putting these on pattern papers and your own printed backgrounds. How awesome is that? Stamp your own backgrounds and then put these on.
Exactly. How smart.
She actually stenciled that apparently. So again, another great thing that you can do. Texture paste for it, glitter paste. I think there's so many different ways you're going to find to use them. I also think they're a nice size, Craig. So you could use one on its own on a much smaller card or clusters of them on bigger projects if you wanted to.
You can. You absolutely can. Whether it is, for instance, this one here with the floral spray, you've got 5 layers altogether. You don't need to use 5 layers. No. Maybe you want to use the base layer, maybe you want to use layer 3 and 4. You can do.
You can double them though if you want to, Craig, can't you? And use 2 pads in one go. Is that a thing?
Well, it is. So what we can do is I'm going to double the layers of the image on this one. But what we'll do shortly is if you really want extra depth with the foam pads, then double layer your foam pads. And that's what I mean as well. Do you know, so it sounds as though for someone that loves foam pads, I'm dissing the foam pads today, and I'm not. I just want to explain the difference between the glue gel and the foam pads and why I would use the foam pads.
Let's have a little mini decoupage glue school with Craig. I think that's what we should have because you know we've got the foam pad collection and the foam tape on the show as well today, Craig. So you've got both options there if you want.
Yeah, we do. We absolutely do. But it is entirely up to you at home. But I will always say to you, as I said in the last one, if you are a beginner crafter, I would always recommend a wet glue. For instance, our glue gel or our tacky glue or our all-purpose glue, because you get that maneuverability. If you are quite happy and confident about getting your decoupage or your layers on straight in the right place, go for your tape or that. But it is ultimately down to being a personal preference.
Absolutely. So whatever you prefer. We did have a bundle of the foam pads. It has sold out before the show. It's been a really busy couple of days, Craig, here at Crafters TV. But you can go for, we do have the Sticks 2 small 3D foam pads as well. 20 sheets there, $12.99 or $19.95. Remember, you can get a quarter off of that. So you'd be looking at about, what, £9.40 as a Club Inspired Platinum member in the UK, which is really awesome value for money, which is awesome. I love the fact that we do give you stuff, we give you this discount off of third-party brands as well, which is really awesome. I know a lot of companies only discount their own ranges, but yeah, you can use your Club Inspired discount across all of the ranges that we carry on our website, the entire shop. And you know, we carry stuff from all sorts of places, Creative Expressions, I know we've got tonic products over there, Dreamy, Hunky Dory, Sticks 2. It really is like a full-on department store, our website. So if you haven't checked out all the great things and all the sort of types of crafting that are available, after this show, go and have a little peruse around. We can't go into the shops at the moment and have a wander around, Craig, which I miss, because I'd say on my days off, you know, I go into the shops. I don't buy stuff, but I go to the shop, because the city centre's only about a sort of 5-minute walk from me. So I go into the city centre and go around the shopping centre pretty much every day on my days off. You know, go and have a look at all the things that I want to buy that I've decided I'm not purchasing, and then you know, try a few things on. It's like a bit of a day out, isn't it? I can't do that at the moment. You can do that virtually, though, anytime over on the Crafters Companion website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu.
And do you know why I am equally, even more, double excited about this show as well? So many people will say to me, Craig, that's not Crafters Companion foam pads you're using. What ones are they? They are Sticks 2.
Awesome.
We've got them on the show. So if I'm not using our foam pads, it's Sticks 2s that I'm using. Only adhesive I use is ours and Sticks 2s. Now that we've got them on the show, you know that you could be using what I use as well at home.
Fantastic.
So certainly worthwhile popping in your bundle.
Tony Roosh says, these florals are my go-to for Sympathy cards. They can be so appropriate on a simple oval frame, just as you're doing here pretty much, Craig.
Yeah, yep, so simple. Go to town if you want, or what you can then do is keep it very simple. But what I've done here, all these layers have come out that decoupage sheet that I die cut, okey-doke. What I've done is out of a second one that I have die cut, so there's the layer, and there's a second one. So let's put 2 of them on together. And then here's this one here. So I've die cut a second one. So let's double lift that one. So let's put our foam pads on here. And then I tell you what, let's even do one more. So let's go for a smaller one. So this one here, which is that one. So I've die cut a second layer, and we're really going to go to town with the height of this one when it comes to the layers, Joe.
Awesome. I absolutely love that. I think that when you double the decoupage, you double the intimidation, you double the craftiness, you double the fun, Craig. That's what I like to say. For anyone that follows Tika the Iggy on Instagram, you might know. Have you seen her, Craig? No. Tika the Iggy is the little Italian greyhound, and she's like, let me show you all the wonderful outfits that I couldn't wear this year. Love it, couldn't wear it. And there's like a little dog dressed up in all these cute outfits. No.
What's that, Facebook or YouTube?
Tika the Iggy. I think it's a TikTok thing, but it's on Instagram. She is hilarious. Very, very funny. And she has an outfit with 2 bows on it, Craig. And she says, when you double the bows, you double the intimidation, you double the power. And it's like a little Italian greyhound with wearing these little outfits. You need it in your life. You all need it in your life, but not right now. Go and have a look after the show. Search for her on Instagram. Yeah, Tika the Iggy. I'm going to share it with you after the show, Craig. It's hilarious.
I'm going to ask you something else about that, but I just want to explain this. See this layer that I've put on? I'm putting the duplicate layer that I've already die cut as well. So this goes to show if you want to do more than the one layer, then you can do. Absolutely can do. It's entirely up to yourself. But so, right, is this is this just videos that pop up, or is it a series?
Yeah, I think it's like Reels, is it? They call it now on Instagram, which is basically like TikToks on Instagram, isn't it?
Yeah.
I daren't download it. Who's got, actually, let me know of the viewers that are watching right now, who of you has TikTok? Because I think TikTok is a bit of a like down with the kids thing. I think it's for like teenagers, but a lot of my friends use it. A lot of my friends create stuff on TikTok and look, they have a great time. I'm just worried, Craig, that I'm just going to go into like some sort of TikTok black hole, and I'm going to be in it for like two days, and I'll lose 2 days of my life just watching these videos that are hilarious, and then all of a sudden, you know, all my days off are gone.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether I should download it. If you've got it, let me know what it's like and whether I should get it. I've got a couple of ideas for some TikToks, though, Craig, I won't lie.
I've got TikTok. I've only ever done one video because it is one of those you need to just spend a bit of time to work out how it's made. What I always say as well, I find that TikTok is the updated version of Pinterest, in the fact of you go on and watch one thing, and 3 hours later you're still sitting watching something completely different. It's like that on Pinterest. You know how you look at something and before you know it, you're on, you know, you look at home decor, and before you know it, you're looking at, I don't know,
I do this with
idyllic places on
I do
around
this
the
with
world.
YouTube. I start, I get into all sorts. And you just end up going round and round and round. Would be good to do some TikToks though. You see those ones where it's like nice music and then it's like. It'd be nice to have one with like all just craft stuff laid out, Craig, and then you blow glitter over it, and then suddenly it turns into a gorgeous finished project.
Yeah, that'd be
good.
so
Wouldn't it?
much
We could
fun.
do ones like that. Maybe we should get a Crafters TV TikTok. Maybe that's what we're all missing. What do you think? Well, maybe we should have a little chat with Taylor, see what she thinks.
I think that's something that they would.
She's no
they
doubt
would do.
listening along, Craig, and she's either nodding. She'll either be nodding like in polite agreement or thinking, honestly, guys, shush now because we do not want to do that. We'll find out in a couple of minutes, I reckon.
I'm sure we will.
Taylor is the lovely lady that looks after all things social media for us here at Crafters TV. She keeps us right, Craig, doesn't she?
She does. She absolutely does. Keeps us right and helps us wherever we need. But here we go. Now see this layer here, Joe? These two layers here was actually ones that go in with the main image, but see how I've separated them? So I've then expanded them so you don't need to use it all. What I'm then going to do is let's bring in a piece of our cardstock, and then I'm also going to bring in our stamp. So what we can do with this one is let's bring in Happy Anniversary. So we're going to stamp that one out. We're going to then let's have a look and see, let's bring in our ink. So I'm going to pop our stamp on. This is just a piece of our white smooth stamping card that I've got. Let's go over the top. This one is Noir Black and it's alcohol proof. You could be using quick dry if you want to. I'm not going to be adding any ink on top, so it's kind of irrelevant which one you use. But let's pop that one on. Then I'm going to bring this one on. Popping that one on. What we can then do is pop that one in place. Then what we can bring this back in. I'm going to tuck that under, Joe. I'm going to use my foam pads. Let's pop, but what I am doing, I want to make sure it's fine. So let's pop it here, and then I'm just going to finish this off by adding a few other elements.
How fabulous does that look? I mean, it really is an awesome, awesome card. I think it looks brilliant, Craig. And I love the yellow. I wouldn't have necessarily thought of matting that on a yellow background or grounding it with a yellow background with the floral, with all the other colours going on. But actually, I think that really works, doesn't it?
It works. It works so well. And I know everyone that watches us on a daily basis, they'll be like, oh my gosh, Craig's a way to say it again. Please don't be afraid of black. Black doesn't have to be used for, like sorrow cards or sympathy cards or anything like that. It works so well with your bright colours, your yellows, even your pastels, your pinks, your blues, baby blues, for instance. Have a look. You'll see from this one here with the yellow how well that it works. I've just added...
Black and yellow.
Black and yellow. Black and yellow.
You know what it is.
Absolutely. Works so well. By adding, they're now singing in our ear that certain black and yellow song. Is it black and yellow or is it black and gold?
Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
Ah.
Yeah, that one. Craig doesn't know that one.
No, it's here. Yeah, I'm too old for that song. I'm an old grumps now.
It is beautiful. Don't forget as well, Craig, we've got to vote for the demonstration of the show. You won last week, don't you?
I did.
Well, there was a recount after Fiona won with the same card 2 weeks running. We're never going to get over it. Georgia says we need to get over it. Georgina says we need to get over it. I'm never going to be over it, Georgina, honestly. It is the great voting scandal of 2021.
Yeah.
Honestly, we're never going to be over it.
No.
But I'm glad to see that you got a just deserved win there, Craig, in the end.
The reason I found out was Diane Lewis on my Facebook. She wrote on my Facebook wall, Craig Laird, Crafter's Companion. Craig! She's put, you won for the week. Your cross card, so happy for you. You deserve it. Thank you so much, Diane. So yeah, no one here told me that I won. It was you at home that told me. Thank you, Diane. So yeah, so I won. So I was buzzing when you told me that one. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, we ended up redoing it on Monday. So yes, we got there in the end.
How many cards did Sarah put in this time?
Sarah, I feel like Sarah's abusing the cabinet of creativity, right? I'm going to tell you, because she's not here, she's gone again. I think Sarah thinks that you just, all the things that you do in the show, even if it's like a little sort of embossed item, you just put it on the shelf. I don't have the heart to tell her that's not how it works. So what I do, Craig, is I come along at the end of the day and I remove the things that shouldn't be on there. I don't know if she's worked it out yet. I've left one thing up from yesterday, but I shall take it down before I leave. Don't tell her, right? Right, let's move on. I want to recap these Sharon Callis items for you because for those of you that aren't familiar with Sharon Callis, she's a very, very talented designer and she brings us some awesome products, and also she's absolutely hilarious as well. If you ever get to meet Sharon, she's a good egg. Let me take you through the designs that you've got. So in here, in this collection, you've got the Irish lace frame. These are basically nesting dies, but they've been sort of leveled up, haven't they, Craig? You've got added intricacy, added detail in here.
Yeah.
We've then got as well this one here, which is the Torcan lace frame, which is fantastic. You've also got the Venetian lace frame here, which is awesome. I love that one, Craig. There's also a Venetian lace frame within the Garden of Love that this would work beautifully with, isn't there? And then you've also got then the bobbin lace frame there as well, which is absolutely awesome. £41 if you want to get your hands on those, or $60. Oh no, I've knocked all the display over. £41 or $60. If you want to get them as a platinum member today, £30. That is great value, 75 pence or $45. You save £20 or $30 as a platinum member. Now, I can see a lot of you have got very full baskets at the moment. 40% now of the floral decoupage collection has gone. A lot of you have got that in your basket, and it is getting really busy as we move into the second hour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a chance to check out your baskets. We've spoken a lot about new viewers in this hour as well. If you are a new viewer, hello and welcome. We're a friendly bunch. We don't bite unless you want us to. And let's give you a chance to check out your basket. Whilst we do that, let's share with you how you can watch and shop at the same time. Take a look. Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. Awesome, all the details there of how you can watch and shop at the same time. We get to this part of a lockdown, Craig, and we get into a lot. We've been on lockdown here in the UK, since between Christmas and New Year, wasn't it? We sort of all went into a lockdown. We get to this point, Craig, where we start to watch videos back, and I really start to miss the barbers, Craig. Like, I desperately need a haircut. In fact, I'm actually toying with trying to tackle it myself. This maybe on my days off this weekend. My friend Lee, who is a person that's in my bubble, Craig, I said to him, do you think you could have a go at it? And he said, absolutely not. So that leaves me no option other than to tackle it myself. So I don't know what I'm going to do. We will see. If I come in with a shaved head next week and, you know, a number one all over, you'll know that it hasn't worked out well, and I will not be talking about it. Just bear that in mind. I want to take you through some of the Sarah Signature Caring Thoughts decoupage. Now, this one's slightly differently. Whereas with the floral decoupage, we have a pad for each individual design. What you've actually got here is a pad that covers two designs in one pad. Still 48 pages, so it means you get 24 pages for each design. Let me show you the two designs. What it means though is you've got half the amount of pages, so I would definitely double up and go for an extra one of those pads. They are available individually. You've got two different designs here for you. It fits and works beautifully with the floral decoupage we have on the show. It will also work incredibly well with the Caring Thoughts, of course, signature collection, which there's a craft along for on Monday. Don't forget about that. So you get those, and then what you get are the two die sets, as you can see here. So you've got the pad, and then you've got the die that lays over it as well. So you get the one pad, and you get the two die sets. I would definitely think about adding an extra one of the pads into your basket as well. $25.47, or if you're in the US, $39.63, and $19.10 or $31.70 as a Club Inspire Platinum member. Right, the jury was out on TikTok, but Rosalind says TikTok is fun to watch, but not for me when it comes to creating them. Teresa D'Amico says no TikTok for me, thank you. And Shadiah says no TikTok, please. Christine says you should do Crafters Companion TikToks with cards put together with pictures of each step. I think that's a great idea. And Lynn says thank you for having an extra percentage percentage off for my birthday. Happy nifty 50 to me, says Lynn Christie. Happy birthday, Lynn, from us all here at Crafters TV. Shadai says, I love Sharon Callis's collection. All her nesting dies are amazing. They really are, and they're on a great deal today for you as well. But if you've got pictures, if you'd like to continue sharing your pictures, I'd love to see what you've been up to. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send them into. Details are here along the bottom of your screen, so do send those over. Right, Craig, what would you like to take us through next?
So we're going to have a look at the care and thoughts for this one. And I thought what we'll do with this one, we're going to create a box, but what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how you can use your glue gel for this one here. So you're getting that bit of a difference as well. As you showed, Joe, with the care and thoughts, you've got your two designs, but within the actual card pack or the pattern paper, what you've got, or the pattern decoupage, you've got both designs within that one pad. So what we're going to do with this one is let's use our floral decoupage 2 set, and let's just say as well, these decoupage may be a part of the craft along next week. So let yourself be known to that one, that it is craft along next week with care and thoughts.
Awesome.
What we can do,
I know I said that 40% of the stock had gone of the floral decoupage, Craig. I just need to let you know, half the stock now of the floral decoupage has gone. We'll be going back there after this demonstration, but do think about checking it out if it is in your basket. The sunflower will be the first element to go along with the big collection, and then we'll just have the individuals left. If you want it all, then now is the time to shop. If you're watching this show back at a later date, absolutely check the website for the current stock situation, would be my advice.
absolutely. Certainly with that extra wee incentive of...
What are you going to be doing with your weekend, Craig? I haven't asked you that yet. I'm not going to see you tomorrow, so what's your weekend looking like?
So tomorrow I definitely want to try and chill out on Sunday.
Nice.
I should be chilling out.
Can I recommend a film if you're going to have a little chill day on Sunday?
Yeah, I don't know what film.
I'd like to recommend. I watched it the other night and loved it. It's called I Am Woman. It's on Netflix, and it is all about the life story of Helen Reddy, who is a singer from Australia that moved to America in the 60s, and she's got that very famous song called I Am Woman as well. But it was very, very good, Craig. A very easy watch if you just want to have a nice, relaxed day.
Right, maybe I'll have a look at that one. Certainly a nice one to check out for sure. What I did notice, or what I've noticed a few people talking about, is on Apple TV, there's a new series or something started with Justin Timberlake. It's meant to be really good.
Georgina knows the whole synopsis. Yes, Georgina's very sold on the idea. Georgina will be watching it with you, Craig.
I've seen, just in case you wonder why I went silent, because I was listening to the way Georgina was explaining it. It does look really, really good. Dare I say, he's a good actor. I'm not a big fan of his music, so I didn't pay much attention to any of the adverts about that programme until one day there was a clip on TV and I thought that looks really good. So I think on Sunday
There's a couple of bits on Apple TV I'd like to see. I think I can get a free 1-year subscription as well, so I might have to see if I can check that out.
It's the only reason I got Apple TV last year was for the show, the morning show.
Oh, and it was good, wasn't it?
You know, because, I do like daytime TV. Certainly here in the UK.
You are daytime TV now, Craig.
Well, I am. I'm part of it now. But yeah, I wanted to see this morning show, and it is phenomenal. It is an adult show, as in bad language and that, I will say.
Right, okay.
But it's got a really, really good, touching storyline to it. And I know that it's Jennifer Aniston, Reese Witherspoon, and the comedian...
And you'll obviously not be doing this when any Crafters TV shows are on. This will be around the Crafters TV shows. Absolutely. Just want to make that clear, Craig.
The guy in it is Steve Carell. He's in it. And he's not a nice person in the show. But as it is, they have started filming season 2. You call it season,
good to know, Craig. Good to know.
Can't wait for that one.
I have been doing a little look online, Craig. I didn't realise so many films, Craig, are filmed in Manchester. Films and TV shows.
Yeah.
If any of you have seen The Crown, the newest season of The Crown, when Diana goes off to New York, that's all filmed just around the corner from my house.
Really?
It's a Sin, which is premiered recently in the UK. Apparently it's the most binge-watched show ever for Channel 4. It's about to be shown in America. I think you guys are getting it next month. That's filmed around the corner from my house. Some of the Marvel stuff is filmed very close to where I live. as is a lot of the Peaky Blinders stuff, apparently. But online, you can download, Craig, print it off, a walking tour, a film walking tour, and it basically tells you the history, and you just walk to the next location as it lets you know, and then you can read blurbs about certain buildings. It's got pictures and stuff, so I might try and do a bit of a like self-guided film walking tour this weekend. I think that'll be good. What are you guys doing this weekend? That's what I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion across on YouTube. Let me know what your weekend plans are. It's my last day with you today. I'm away for a few days, and then I'll be back with you Monday to Friday next week. You'll be here tomorrow though, Craig, won't you? You got wake up call again tomorrow?
Do you know something? Tomorrow's going to be interesting, Joe, both for me and Ben, because I am on at 9 a.m. for wake up call. I am then on at 11 a.m. for Craftfall.
You are?
I am then on 1 p.m. for Craft Along, and then I am back on at 7 p.m. for Craftfall. So let's
What a day.
Ben's the same, his first show, although Ben's first show is Craftfall, but he's going to be part Wake Up Call tomorrow. So you know what happens when we get a bit delirious, including yourself as well, when it's been a long day. It's going to be interesting come Craftfall tomorrow
all the
night,
fun.
7 p.m, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, you guys. So
when we've done a big block of long days, all the fun always happens at the end of the last day, doesn't it, Craig?
Yeah, just as well it's Craftfall. Just as well it's Craftfall. So it'll be good. No, I'm looking forward to it. And I'm not just saying it because it's partly my show, but tomorrow's show for Wake Up Call is going to be a lot of fun. If you know what the past Fridays have been like with the game. I haven't been on a
Friday for ages. I mean next Friday, Craig.
Yeah. Yes. Has anyone been to you yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, we will be. Don't worry.
I shall hold my breath. I shall hold my breath. Georgina wants to come on your show. She's desperate to come on, apparently.
Mm-hmm. You are... Well, put it this way, Joe. Friday is game day.
Oh, right.
So therefore, you're in, and we need someone to be part of it, whether it's for me against or for me to team up with or whatever it is, but you're in, basically, whoever's in, presenter-wise.
Do you remember the last game we played together on air, which was where you tried to lip read what I was saying? That was so much fun, wasn't it? You can go back and watch that back if you can find it. I bet we've got a clip of it somewhere actually. Go back and find it on the website. I forget Crafts What She Said, apparently we called it, didn't we?
That's
something
right.
along those lines. It was really good fun, absolutely. Remember as well, you can go back and watch anything you like that's happened since Crafters TV was founded back in August last year. You can watch every single show back forever, and that means you can go back and find great bloopers. I had a couple of classic slip of the tongues last week, which would be worth going back and having a look at again, Craig. I don't know what had gotten into me last week, but it was an interesting week for me. And also you can go back and watch all the masterclasses back. I remember launching this collection with Sarah. You can go back and watch that full launch show back, as well as having all the inspiration from this show as well. There is always loads of inspiration education on Crafters TV on our website. Across on our YouTube channels. Remember, Pinterest as well is a great source, Craig, because all of the pictures of the creations that Design Team come up with, they're all loaded up onto Pinterest, so you'll be able to go and find those. Talking of the Design Team as well, we actually are looking for new Design Team members at the moment that are based in the UK, Canada, or the USA. You'd be helping us put together awesome new products as well. Do you want to join our design team? Details across the bottom of your screen there as well. Go to that website, you'll find all the information that you need right there, and maybe one of you guys could be the next member of our design team. Imagine that, Craig, getting your hands on brand new launches. I wonder if there's like a non-disclosure agreement and stuff. I bet there is, because I mean, it is top secret stuff you work on. Is there?
I believe that there
is, yeah. Okay, how exciting would that be? So if you are based USA, Canada or the UK, you can absolutely apply. Rosalind's going to be painting and organising her craft room this weekend. Susan says weekend plans include crafting. I'll try that again. Sorry, Susan. I've butchered that, haven't I? Weekend plans include crafting with my crafty crew. There was a lot of C's and R's in there, that's why. Can't wait to get together with this lovely bunch of ladies. Susan, I need to know more about your crafty crew. Where are you based? Who's in your crafty crew? Who started it? I need all the details, please. Please let me know. The lovely Mariah in upstate New York says, I'll be crafting, of course, exercising and enjoying cheat day when I eat like I'm pregnant with triplets. That's me every day. That's made me laugh, Mariah, thank you. And Eve says, finally got a chance to start following Craig and Joe on Instagram. Felt like I was missing out when Craig always talks about his posts. Now I won't. Absolutely. Craig, you are on Instagram. I'm at Joe Remblant CC on Instagram. I'm guessing you're at Craig Laird CC, Craig?
I am indeed, absolutely, both for Facebook and Instagram, exactly the same, so go in. And just to say as well, myself and Ben last week, we done a Hunky Dory launch show, and I was giving away the card and box that I made. I was going to give it away ending yesterday. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end it tonight. So if you go onto my Facebook page, you'll need to scroll down a wee bit. You'll see a stag card made by Hunky Dory. I'll reshare it again tonight, and you can be in with the chance of winning that as well as the box. I like to do little giveaways for you. You know, personally from me, I send it out to you guys, or I get you to send your email to customer service, and then I send it out just as a bit of a thank you for, you know, the support that you give us all. It's nice just to do. So that's what I've got on my Facebook just now.
How awesome. I love that. Diane says, I'm so glad I just received the ball toolkits. Not into the foam flower forming yet, but I'll use them for my decoupage. Awesome masterclass, filled with ideas. So thanks for that, Craig. Thanks CCTV for all of the inspiration as well. You're absolutely welcome, guys. You really, really are.
Really good. And that's the thing as well, Joe, I think was it the last show, or maybe it was Wake Up Call, I kind of alluded to it, in the fact of, do you know what, we bring you incredible deals here that you can pick up if you want. But do you know something, if maybe you're not in the market for said product, or maybe we totally understand at the moment, you know, with times going on, financially you can't get everything that you want, use us for ideas and inspiration. Simply just watch us, comment, get interactive, and just be part of us.
Do you know what? A lot of people just have us on for a bit of a company crack. Not, you know, company maybe is the wrong word, but the thing is, a lot of TV that we watch on, you know, what you can all fall foul of, and which I fell foul of on my days off during the first lockdown, was just watching the news channels all day, and you just get into that rolling cycle of news, and it's the same news all day, and you know. Obviously, you need to have a good understanding of what's going on in the world. I think that is great. But just to watch that day in, day out, I think watching, you know, something like Crafters TV, it's a pretty positive place, isn't it, Craig? We're all about inspiring each other, uplifting each other, supporting each other, and creating a really lovely community of like-minded people. So, absolutely, just come and chill with us for the day. You're more than welcome anytime you like. Maybe you are on a different time zone to us. Remember, you can watch all the shows back at your leisure at any time. I know a lot of our viewers have ended up on Crafters TV time. Yes, I'm looking at you, Sarah Brown, in Australia. But yeah, it really is a lovely community. Oh, Susan's part. Oh, I know the crafty crew that she means, Craig. It is the big one. Are you ready? Okay. It's got Mary Harder, Mariah, Robin Miller, Christine Mahoney, Betsy Black, and Sonia Rosamond. They all meet up via Skype and have a blast. There may be adult beverages involved as well. Yes, I've heard about this little crafty group. It looks like and sounds like a lot of fun.
Brilliant. It's so good. That's the great thing. I know sometimes social media can get a bad rap, but when it's used in the right way, how incredible is it? Same with technology as well. It's so good that you're able to use technology. So what I'm going to do, you see how I've created this box? This box is our Centura Pearl. It was 10 inches by 10 inches, and I scored it 2 inches all the way around to create the lid in the box. I done exactly the same as I done with the rose, using my ball tool from the Flower Formant tool range. And then what I've done is I'm using the call-out glue gel so that I can show you the difference. The call-out glue bundles we do, you always get a syringe with it. Now, Joe, you'll probably notice there, I don't usually, when I'm doing decoupage, I don't use a syringe. I like to use my pokey tool and the actual glue from the tube. I always keep, in case you wonder why has he got a tape around it, I always just use this one for my glue gel. It's just something that I do. And then what I like to do is I just pop my glue gel on the back, and then I just pop it into the places where I need. And when it comes to the foam pads, you are kind of stuck with the depths of 2mm, 3mm, 4mm, whatever depth that you are using. But with the glue gel, you can determine how thick or how low you want it. So if you wanted it really thick, just really layer up your glue gel. But
globules, that's what Sarah always calls it.
What does she call it?
Globules.
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 Ah.
Myself and Sarah have got a very, very exciting cartload coming up at 4 p.m. today, UK time, Craig, which will be 11 a.m. East Coast. The deals are live right now on the website. If you do want to have a little preview between shows, then absolutely you can. You can always go back and find previous offers as well. The best way to do it, Craig, is to go to the website. Along the top bar or panel or banner, I don't know what the actual techie term is for it. There's a little bit that says offers, and if you click that, there's a drop down that gives you all the show titles, and you can see the ones that are coming up and the previous ones as well. It shows you what's still available and stuff. It's always a great way to go back and find something you've missed, or find something you want to look ahead to in the future as well. So that's how you do that. And the live show or the upcoming show will always be right there on the homepage as soon as you go over to the Crafts Companion website, and the Shop the Show button is just below the video feed. Click that and it will show you everything that's in this show that's live right now at the moment. It's very, very easy to shop. Our website is very, very user friendly, so do always go and have a look. As I said earlier, Craig, go and have a look at the wider website, all the other stuff that's on there. There's loads of great things, isn't there?
Plus, if you go onto the tabs that you were talking about, Joe, there is a download tab, and there's downloads of the month that you can print out time and time again. Each month there's a new set that comes out, so it's pattern papers, toppers, digi-stamps. Sometimes you'll find things from Nature Garden, sometimes you'll find things from Sarah's Signature, sometimes you'll find things from past years that we brought them back just as a one-off download of the month. So do check them out when it comes to our website. So it really is not just product-wise, but there's lots of ideas and inspiration as well to check out. So much there. But finishing this one up, and then what I'm doing is I am deliberately layering them up now. But Joe, because it's glue gel, I might say, oh, I want that layer lifted a little bit more. So I can pull that higher up.
Oh, awesome.
If I want. I'm not wondering, George, could we come kind of like face on? Brilliant. Oh, perfect.
There you are.
So see the depth there. Now I can, with my glue gel, I can push that down a lot more if I want, or if I wanted to, with my fingers or pokey tool, I could pull that further up, so I can then determine, obviously, the depth, whether I want it really low, or if I want to change it. Or likewise, what I can do is, if I wanted to, I can completely take it off, remove it, change it about if I want to. So that is the benefit of having the glue gel. But what we're going to do is I'm going to bring in one of our sentiments. So what we're going to do, anyone wondering what I have used within the additional parts here, it is from the original, it's from the Caring Thoughts bundle. So things like your ribbon and the papers is
the
from.
background paper, did you let us know where that
So
was
that's
from?
also from the
It's
Caring Thoughts as well.
I knew I recognised it from a recent launch, I just couldn't place it. We bring you a lot of paper pads now, which is exciting because I think they are awesome, the paper pads, and they really help, especially in the 12 by 12 size. I love that we started putting the luxury cardstock in the 12 by 12 as well, Craig. Really awesome, isn't it?
Absolutely gorgeous when it comes to all of those coordinated backgrounds as well, or just your cardstocks that you can see that I've used with the gold on this one. But here we've got a little gift box as well. And obviously the Caring Thoughts is all about, you know, just sending someone special wishes, let them know that you're thinking of them. But of course, you can use them for weddings,
Love the
birthdays,
bow, Craig.
anniversaries. You can see here how lovely that is.
If that doesn't win the creation of the show, I'll eat my hat. If I had, I don't
Do you
even
know what
own
will
a hat.
happen? That's going to win, and I've used glue gel and not foam pads.
Yeah,
You know
that's what it'll
it's
be.
gonna happen.
It's always the way. It's because you're outside your comfort zone. That's what it is, Craig. Right, let me just recap what you're getting in that Caring Thoughts collection. Also, don't forget about the craft along that will be happening on Monday with myself and Craig. That'll be my first show back. Oh, other than Craft Vault, of course. It'll be my first show back after the weekend. Two different styles in here. So what you get is you get the pad and then the dies that cut them out. You get this style and also this style as well. Now, the other thing is, whereas with the others, you've got 48 pages of each, you get one pad with both styles in here. So you've got 24 of each design. So it might be a great idea to add an extra one of these into your basket. It is available right now over on the website. So do add that. $25.47 or $39.63 is your price there for that. If you are a platinum member, of course, $19.10 or $31.70, which is a fantastic price. It is getting very, very busy there on that. Now, we must go back to the Floral Decoupage collection. I need to let you know, before I go through this, 60% now of the stock of this has sold out and gone. If you're watching this show back afterwards, I think we've probably got enough stock to last us till the end of this show, absolutely. If you're watching this show back, then definitely check the stock situation. Let me take you through the different collections that you've got. It's made up of 3 smaller collections. So firstly, what we're going to look at is the peony. Now, this is the page from the decoupage pad that you've got, and that's what you're going to get. What you then get are the dies that cut all of this out, and then also, this is what it goes and makes. I'm not sure you can get a bit close there. See that depth there? I really want you to see how sort of full and lush that is. This one's been done with foam pads, as you can see. Really awesome that, isn't it? Really lovely. So that's the peony one. What you also then get, of course, within the collection is you get the peony pad, 48 pages. You get the dies that cut that out, and then what you get are the stamps that you can then use. And then you use the stamps and the dies on their own when you're done with the pad. Don't forget that the imagery from the pad is also available to download from the website whenever you want it. So once you've used the pad, then you can grab that artwork whenever you're ready. The next collection we have, and I'll build up, there is a big collection which I'll tell you about in a second. This is the rose, this one just here. And it's absolutely beautiful. This is what it's going to make for you. And again, it's a really lovely, deep dimensional project that you've got. This is what you're creating here. This is what you're going to receive, sorry. So you're going to get the dies, you're going to get the stamp, you're also going to get that awesome pad there as well, which is brilliant. So you're getting all the elements. That's exactly what you're going to receive there. Then as well, we have it in another one for you, which is the floral spray is the next one we have. Now with the floral spray, again, I love it. It's got a slightly different theme and feel to it, which is brilliant. So you can see here, there's the floral spray, and again, I'm sure you can see just how deep that one is there. Look at that awesome dimension that you've got there on that. And again, what you're receiving in there, of course, is the dies. You're getting the pad, and you're also getting the stamps as well. Now, we don't have the decoupage. If you want to get it all together, you can. The best way to get the best value is to get the larger bundle. What you're also getting as well is you're going to get the sunflowers too. With the sunflowers, we don't have any stock of the pad. You're getting the dies and the stamp, but don't forget you can download the imagery. You can absolutely use the stamps. With the dies, you can use the dies on their own as well. When you get it in this configuration, the value is quite unbelievable because you should be looking at, in the UK, £95.89. Today it's 50.64, but for platinum members it's 37.98. It's well, you're saving more than you're spending as a platinum member in essence. You're saving nearly £60. In the US, it gets even better. $150 is what it should be in the US. As a platinum member today, $59.92, saving you $90. If you were to break that down, if you were to just use the pages from the pads, the 3 times 48 pages, you'd be looking at 35 pence or 55 pence per element. For platinum members, 26 pence or 42 cents per element. However you dress it up, however you look at it, it is awesome value for money. It's why over 60% now of that stock has sold out and gone. This is the biggest bundle I've seen in stock of this for a real long time. So definitely snap it up whilst we have it. I know a lot of you are waiting for an opportunity to check out, so I'm going to give you that opportunity. Whilst you do, here is all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind-the-scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
All the details of Club Inspire. And don't forget, of course, everyone gets an extra 5%. It is our taste of event, giving you a taste of the next level in the club all the way through until the end of Sunday. So make sure you take advantage of that. Very, very busy still on the floral decoupage. I know Craig has got much more he wants to share with us. Keep letting me know what you're up to at the weekend. I'd love you to let me know. A lot of you have already sent in what you're going to be up to. Lainey's, I know you're ready with the next demonstration, but whilst you do that, Craig, Lainey's asked as well, she'd like to know what are the best scissors for fussy cutting. Great question there.
Okay, doc. So that is actually quite a good question when it comes to the fussy cutting. So what we're going to do is let's take, now this demo we're going to do with the sunflower and the stamp. I'm going to change it very slightly for the purpose of showing you how you can decoupage, stamping multiple times with the stamp and using the decoupage die to decoupage your stamped elements, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. But what we can do is let's take the actual sunflower we're going to use. So I've already stamped in colour the sunflower stamp out from the stamp set, and we'll show you this in a bit more detail in a moment. So what we can then do, this is the one that I'm going to die cut with the die. So let's bring one that I've already stamped. I find it easier to cut with small scissors simply because I feel I've got more control when it comes to smaller scissors. What to do is keep your hand and keep the scissors still and you're moving the cardstock. So we're going to keep working our way around. So I'm moving my left hand that's got the cardstock, keeping this hand really, really straight. And I feel that I get more control using small scissors than I do with large scissors. However, you might find it easier with larger scissors. Some do, because what happens is they feel, although they're larger and they may be bulkier, they get more control because you've got a longer cutting blade when it comes to the scissors. So you can even potentially, well, not potentially, you can cut more in one pass of the scissors. Exactly the same, keeping the hand still, keeping the scissors still. You are obviously closing them so you can cut them, but you're moving the cardstock. So you work your way around, and sometimes, this is where I say, some actually find that they get more control with the larger scissors, but I personally find it easier to use the smaller scissors. And also, if you do like to get into all the little tiny little nooks and crannies, you can do that easier with the smaller scissors. But that is just my personal preference. Give it a shot with each one, see what you find easier, and then if you do like to do the fussy cutting, you can of course follow the lead on that one.
Awesome.
But what we can do, all that, well, I'm saying all that we can do, what I'm going to do, Joe, I'm going to bring in this stamp. So we're going to use the sunflower, and all that I'm going to do for the time being, Joe, is to die cut each individual element. You're going to have to stamp this out a number of times. So that's exactly what I'm going to do right now.
Awesome. Jodie says, do we have to register in order to craft along on Monday, Craig? What's the process for our craft along on Monday?
You don't need to do anything different whatsoever. All you need to do is, it's in place for tomorrow, it's in place of what masterclass would be. Exact same time, 1 p.m. Just make sure you're either watching, as you normally do, Facebook, YouTube, website, nothing different whatsoever. All you need to do, if you want to craft along, is go across onto our Facebook or our YouTube or my Facebook, and what will happen, you'll see a picture of a card that I've designed. You'll also get a list of the products that I use that will also be in the show for you to buy if you don't already have it, because you can always craft along later on down the line. We just won't be live. But what I've also given you is a little bit of a list of maybe additional elements that you might want, for instance, foam pads or tape runners. Get your goodies together and just sit and wait, watch masterclass, and we will step you through it. What I will say, we will have more than one demos, but what's happening, it's the one demo that you can craft along. We're not going to rush it, we're going to take our time, you can follow along. Once we've done that demo, then we'll go back into doing an array of different ideas to get you inspired when it comes to the collection.
Absolutely fabulous, Craig. Really, really awesome. And it's something that I know we're going to be doing going forward. When we launch a product, we're going to be following it up about 4 weeks later with that craft along. That'll be a chance to, and then we've all got a chance to get our hands on it as well. As Craig said, if you don't already have the stuff, you can still watch the show, you can still place your order, you can still come back and craft along at a later date, because remember, you can, with all of our shows here at Crafty TV, watch them back at your your leisure whenever you want to, which is fantastic. Zena says she loves the decoupage pads. She sits and cuts them out using the MIDI while watching TV. So much fun putting them together. Great to have on hand for quick card toppers. I think that's a great point, Zena. Rebecca says just ordered the Caring Thoughts decoupage and the Floral decoupage, along with some paper pads and some 3D glue gel. Rebecca, sounds like you're going to be having some fun. And Cindy says such a gorgeous box. Need to try that with the Caring Thoughts collection. Thank you, Craig, for the inspiration.
My absolute pleasure. And that's actually a good idea as well. You can at night, you could be sitting in front of the TV, of course, watching Crafters TV or Coronation Street or, as we say, The Bill. Is The Bill still going?
No, don't think so.
Okay, no. Any of your shows. And you can be sitting with the MIDI and you can then be die cutting. You can then also be creating the layers with your glue gel, and then you've got them, pop them into a little box and you can be using them whenever you need. So it's a good way to do a bit of quick crafting as and when you need them.
Fabulous. I don't know what there's a lot of sunflowers here, Craig.
Yes, because what I'm now going to do is let's bring in our dies. So we can then bring in our die set for this one here. So we can then go in with the first die. So what we can then do is you will see that the die matches on top of your stamped image.
Oh,
As
awesome.
I always
so
say,
you're just basically using this in place of the
Exactly.
pad
That's
or the
exactly
artwork.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
You're just doing that just instead of the artwork, and then you can then be colouring along or colouring them in if you want. It's up to yourself, but you've got that extra flexibility as well, which look really, really nice. But we're just now, so if I find the end, so then what I'm going to do, and this is why we need to do several, I'm going to just chop this down quickly, because what I'm doing is I'm using my junior for this one. So let's cut this one down. So we can then go into layer 2, although in saying that, Joe, it's not, for this you don't have to do layer 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do them in any order as long as you assemble them in the right order. So then what we're going to do with this one here, so we can see we've got the sunflower, we've got the leaf. So we're going to pop this one on, and then when it comes to the stamps, what you need to do is you just need to make sure that you get them over the top, and then we can then pop that over. We can then pop that one into place. Then what we're going to do is we pop that one there. So don't worry, obviously these bits, they aren't going to cut out, but that's what you want, you know, because you're picking out individual layers. So what we can do is let's bring in our next one. So let's bring in our sunflower for this one. So with these ones, you just need to have a look. As you can tell, I've done these a number of times, hence why I kind of know straight away where it's going. But say you didn't, pop that on, bit of a jigsaw, Joe. You're just having a little bit of manoeuvrability to find out where it goes, and I can see that sits in nicely here. And then what we can do is just tape it down. What I'm going to do, I think I understood the question, but Georgina was just asking a good question as well about multi-stamping and die cutting.
Okay, what was that, Georgina? If you use the stamping platform and all your cardstock was the same size, positioned in the same place, multiple stamps on the card, and then run it through the die cutting machine on 3 layers.
So I see what you mean. So if you use,
Didn't get that at all. Sorry, Craig. I'm glad you did.
Yeah, I understand. I bet you that monkey Sarah. I bet she's gone away with the magnetic stamping platform. Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, if you use a magnetic stamping platform, for instance, let's cut a 6x6 card blank, pop it on your stamping platform with the magnetic disc, stamp your image. Do that multiple times on a 6x6 card, so you're getting your stamped image in the exact same position. Then what to do is line them all up together with your Gemini, pop your die over the top, run it through, then you are going to die cut multiple layers at once. You can do. What I would say is obviously keeping in mind you're getting the debossed image or the deboss within the design. So layer 1, you'll get that nice deboss. Layer 2, you might get a bit of a deboss. The more layers you go, because obviously the Gemini will take a multiple layers, the less of the details that you get. If you want to do that, you're still going to get the cut. If you're using white stamping card, I would say maybe about 3 layers at the most. But give it a shot. But you can absolutely, if you wanted to do it that way, it's worth a shot.
Awesome.
So,
Thanks for that, Craig.
No problem at all. But as I always say as well, certainly when it comes to decoupage, it is one of those, it's a nice...
Craig, do you know what? We're gonna have to stop the show. Not stop it and end it.
Oh, right, okay.
Just pause it for a moment. Because you know what we've forgotten about, don't you? After we're saying we wouldn't forget about it the whole show, we've got to do the creation of the show, Craig. We need to vote. I think we better get voting now, don't you? So do you want to share with us all the things that you made in the show thus far? I mean, sunflower's not going to be included, but I think it's a foregone conclusion, the winner anyway, don't you, Craig?
It's hard to judge your own project, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure. Georgina's asking what's my... See, I've got to say the frame.
Yeah, I like the box.
Frame.
Okay, so do you want to share with us then? Show us all the ones you've done, and we'll vote on them now, Craig.
Yep.
And then otherwise, who's on the? Colleen is our social media superstar today. I don't want to, you know, spring it on her too late. So let's have a look then what you've made, Craig. I do love that one.
So we've done the frame with the rose. We've
Awesome.
then done the floral spray when it comes to this card using Sharon Callis's die set. And then with the care and thoughts, we have done this box as well. So we can see they are perfect,
Yeah,
thank you,
so-
George. So we've got the frame, we've got
Yellow.
yellow,
Yep.
and we've got the box as
Box.
well.
Awesome. Let us know across on Facebook, Crafters TV, or across on YouTube, Crafters Companion. Vote frame, yellow or box, and we will choose your favourite of the show. Awesome. My
Brilliant.
money is on box, 100%.
We'll soon
Georgina
find
wants
out
frame.
which
George
one
wants
wins.
box.
Running that through, nothing different to whether you're using the pattern papers. We're going to run this one. So what's happening now, so if we peel that one off, this gives us our first layer with the sunflower. Then this one will give us the second layer, but this has still got all of the debossed feel within the middle. We've even got a separate leaf. Then what I'm going to do, Joe, is let's bring in this one. So we've got our die over on top. We've then got an extra bit that you can see here. Now you may think this bit here is a bit of a waste, Joe, but why not come along and fussy cut it if you want? Fussy cut it out, or come back with the larger die, although that you've already cut a little bit out. Come back, use this one, and it's going to cut out all these little bits. So this one's going to come out, that we can see here. So this is then layer 3. We've got layer 4 here. And then last but not least, we've got this little single die, which is going to sit over the centre of our sunflower. And I'm going to bring this one into place with our junior, and then we're going to run this one through.
Awesome. It wasn't Charlotte, sorry. Kathy's asking, saying, Joe, can you tell me more about the 6x6 art boards that are on the show? My understanding of them is that they are a flat piece of MDF which clips into an MDF base that holds it up, basically. That's what it is, and then you can decorate that MDF piece however you see fit. Decoupage it, paint it, gesso it, do what you want, Craig. I think that's a fair enough explanation, isn't it?
Perfect explanation, absolutely. Yep, really is so many things that you can do. And as
Awesome.
you've said a number of times, so check out all the different sites and that for ideas that you can be doing with them.
Of course, yeah. And there was a full Dreamy show actually, which I know that lovely Debbie Robinson did. I think she did it with Ben. So you can go back and look at that on our website, and you'll actually see we had those art boards on that show. So you can go back to the Dreamy show on our website and then have a look at it there if you do want even more info about them. Kathy, I hope that helps. Anne's asking, Anne in Connecticut. Oh, we haven't had the air horn for a while, have we? You know, it was Anne that hated the air horn
Yeah,
back in the day.
one.
She's not the only one, Craig says. I think Sarah ended up putting it in the bin, Anne. I reckon, and I'd say it was all your fault. Not that I'm one to place blame. It wasn't your fault. It was my fault, clearly. Then I had a bell, but even that was I was too aggressive for the bell, apparently. Anyway, Anne's question says, when you fussy cut, are you supposed to leave a little margin around the outside the way that the die cuts do?
It's entirely up to yourself. Completely up to yourself. If you want to leave that little margin all the way around, you can do. I like to cut right up to the top, but what it does as well is it gives you a bit of that guide. So if you want to cut directly on the line, you just follow that guide along. If you find yourself comfortable enough to leave maybe a couple of millimeters or whatever depth that you want, you can do as well. There's, like pretty much everything in crafting. There's no right or wrong. You try it, see which one you like best, and you just follow suit and do it as you want. So yeah, you can do
Awesome. Yeah, you do you, which is fantastic. Yes, I hope that answers your question, Anne. And there's, a lot of people do like the fussy cutting, don't they, Craig? You know, something that a lot of people love to just sit down, take some time doing. You're a fan of it, aren't you?
I love it. I absolutely love it. So the perfect ones to do the fussy cutting is these ones, or what I also like to do is the perfect one for fussy cutting is the hunky-dory little books.
Yeah,
and that's
the
why
little books are great, aren't they?
Yeah, they really, really are. And it gives you the ability to choose what you want. And what I mean by that is if you're fussy cutting, you can then choose even more detail if you want. So the dies cut out certain layers, but you might want just this flower, or you might want this part of the foliage and leaves. That's up to you. You've got the freedom to do that when you're fussy cutting yourself. But at least having the dies, if you don't like fussy cutting, but you like the decoupage, it's done for you. And then all that I'm doing, exactly the same as the paper pad, Joe, although it's the stamped image, we're just layering these ones up.
Fantastic. And you could colour, I mean, what would you colour them with? Any of our colouring medium. If you were going to colour them, would you cut them out of the paper that best suits the medium you're working with, Craig? Yeah. So if you were doing alcohol, you'd stamp and then cut on Nina?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly it. No difference to if you were just stamping, because basically you're just stamping onto cardstock.
Awesome.
And then the only extra step that you're doing is die cutting after. So choose the cardstock that matches best for the colouring medium and then do the die cutting as well. Layering this one up, let's bring in our leaf here. And this is the sunflower. And so what I've done here is exactly the same for the stamping dies, for the rose, the floral spray, as well as the peony. So if I tip it that way, so hopefully that helps, because I know some people have had an issue not knowing how to actually create the decoupage with the stamps, and that is how. So what we can do is, what are we like for time, Georgina?
We have got 9 minutes on the show. You've got about 5 minutes worth of demo time left. Perfect. If you'd like it, Craig.
So what I'm going to do then is, I'll show you the original demo that I had to start with. On this one here, what I've done is just stamped out the sunflower once, and I coloured it in with my classic pens. What I was going to do is die cut that one out with the die and pop it on the card that I'm going to make. But instead, let's use what we've just done there. So it goes to show how even during our live shows, sometimes we change our mind as to the way that our demo's going.
Awesome. Nonna Lawton from Whitby says, can someone please remind me what time the craft along is? Tomorrow, craft along will always be at 1 p.m. So basically, you know, at the moment we either bring you masterclass or we bring you launch day in this slot here on Crafters TV. We're adding more shows, so we're still going to have, it's the same number of shows across the same amount of days for now, but we're just changing it up, mixing it up a little bit more. So rather than having masterclass or launch day every day, we're going to have craft class, which is basically, it's a little bit like an extension of Creative Cravings, really, Craig, isn't it? It's sort of like a masterclass version of Creative Cravings. So it's definitely more about maybe learning something for the first time. That doesn't mean that if you're an experienced crafter, you're not going to find loads of hints, tips and tricks in those shows as well. But that will be coming up, Craft Class and also Craft Along. They will both be in this slot along with Masterclass and of course launch day when we do our big launch shows for you as well. So that's when you'll find them. No change there. Are you ready to find out what won, Craig?
Yeah, let's go for it.
People have spoken, the votes have been counted. It is the box for the win. And I'm going to go as far as to say, you know what? Where are we? Thursday, Craig?
Yeah.
I think at the moment, you and Sarah, I think, both in the running for card or creation of the week.
Do you think so?
At the moment, yeah, I think you've got a good chance, Craig. Of you know, imagine that, you do it 2 weeks in a row.
I know,
gosh, that'd be good going, wouldn't it?
And beating Sarah.
Yeah. Sarah's not on the leaderboard yet. I do keep reminding her of this. And she keeps saying, stop winding me up. Stop it, you. I say, I'm not winding you up, so I'm just, reminding you that you get to be on the leaderboard. It's obviously, Craig, we need to get, she's going to have to get on the board at some point. But yeah, it's going to get very competitive, I think, especially as we get towards the end of the year, Craig, when you've got lots of little stars up there on the wall, which is awesome. We've still got, should we see a couple of pictures quickly, Craig, just while you're putting that together? Is that all right?
Yeah, well, I just quickly tell you the measurements of this card, just in case anyone's wanting to know. So the craft card is 8 1/4 inches, and it is 11 3/4. And then what I have done is I've scored in at 1 inch, I've then scored in at 2 inch, I've then scored in at 5 inch, I've then scored in at 11 inch, and then this is going to create a bit of a teepee kind of card. And then what I've done is I've added a bit of acetate that you'll see at the front. This acetate front is the same size as what the back panel is, and just to stabilise it, I've popped some pattern paper that's also matte and layered onto cardstock that you can see here, and now I'm just going to decorate it.
Awesome. Whilst you do that, then a few more pictures I want to share, and we've got lots to cram in before the end of the show. Terry Anderson has sent this one in to us. This is Terry's stash. It's all her bits, her bit box. She's pre-made them all, ready to go, which I think is an awesome idea. Caroline Weir has done this awesome book page, Craig. We did these dies recently, didn't we? I seem to remember them a little while back. They're very, very impressive.
Well, yeah, because these are that past large storybook die, but we've got smaller dies within the triple stacked easel set.
Ah, that's what I'm thinking. That's where I'm
Why
getting.
not make little mini ones?
Yeah, absolutely. Might do. Yeah, all of your triple stacked easel with floral is a great idea. Lovely. I love that. I love this box frame. I love the little peg, Craig, that Caroline's used here.
So cute, isn't it?
Really, really cute.
So cute.
It's almost like she's pegged that sort of matte and layer to the back of the frame. Very, very impressive. Helen Bratherton has been very busy as well. She sent this in. Love the use of the customised printed background there as well, which is wonderful. And also Renee Deshan has been really busy as well. I love that with that cut and emboss folder. I don't recognise that cut and emboss folder, do you?
That's from...
it's not the one we had on this morning, is it, on Craft Folder?
Is that not Caring Thoughts?
Is it what, sorry?
Is that not Caring Thoughts?
Do it again.
Caring Thoughts.
Caring Thoughts. Oh,
The
yes,
Decoupage
maybe it
Caring
is.
Thoughts.
Maybe, let us know. Renee, let us know, because we always love to know where your creations have come from. Don't forget about what's coming up for the rest of the day here on Crafty TV. Myself and Sarah are going to be out with an awesome cartload show. I just want to give you a quick reminder of everything that is included in here. Remember, you've got those 3 different styles of florals within here. So you're going to get the peony, which is awesome. You're going to get the rose, and you're also going to get the floral spray in here as well. Let me quickly show you what those different elements look like, what those projects are going to come out like. So you've got the peony, this one here. You've also got as well that gorgeous design there, finished and made up. You've got the rose in here, which is fantastic. It's going to give you that design, and also then as well, don't forget the floral spray, and then you can double it up, which is gorgeous. Really, really love that. 5064, 79.89. Platinum members though, saving you absolutely loads. You save $57.91 or $90, which is brilliant. I quickly need to share the adhesive collection with you too. And this was great, great for all of you to use. Craig was saying especially great maybe if you're new to floral decoupage, because it gives you a bit of wiggle room, a bit of time to get it manoeuvred into place. You're going to get the all-purpose, the 3D glue gel, and you're going to get that gorgeous tape pen in there as well, which is fantastic. $9.50 or $15.50 your price there for that. How you getting on there, Craig?
There we go. So we'll just finish that one off. So all that I've done there was I've just popped some strips on, pattern paper in the back, put a bit of ribbon as well. What I'll show you is this is what I originally done with that sunflower and coloured it in. So that is how we've done it one-dimensional. But this is what you can then do if you want to use your Stampin' Dies to create the decoupage, and how well that works. 2 different
Really
ways,
awesome.
but it looks quite effective.
It looks fantastic. I actually like it left uncoloured.
I do.
think a lot of time we feel the need to fill all the blank space, don't we, on our projects, our toppers, our backgrounds, our card blanks. Some of them don't. I've actually started to see a lot more plain white card blanks creeping in lately, Craig. It seems like there's a bit of a trend going on.
Yeah, and it's what I use quite a lot as well, because I always like to say I like to leave that white matte and layer all the way around. If it's not white, then it tends to be ivory card blank. Majority of the time, though, it is white card blanks.
Awesome. Thank you, Craig. It's been an absolute pleasure to spend the day with you. Craig, we'll be back together, won't we, for that craft along on Monday, where we're doing our Caring Thoughts craft along. You've got one before then, though. Do you want to just remind everyone where they can find all the details for the bits they need for that, Craig?
Absolutely, yes. So, as Joe said with the Caring Thoughts, it's in the same place tomorrow for masterclass. So what to do is go across on our Crafters Companion Facebook page, YouTube page, or well, it's actually our Instagram, either or, all of our socials, including myself. What's going to happen, you're going to see a picture of a card that I have made using the Peacock Nature Garden. There's also going to be a list for you to just assemble the products together and you can craft along with me.
Absolutely awesome. Everyone very much looking forward to that. Craig, massive thanks, Craig. You'll be back, of course, for Wake Up Call with Craig.
I am,
tomorrow.
And all day tomorrow.
Fantastic. Ben will be back with you tomorrow for that as well. I've got a couple more shows left with you. I'm with the boss now. I think I've noticed a theme that Sarah seems to do my last couple of shows of the week. I think she's trying to keep me in check, Craig, because they are the ones that normally they go a bit skew-whiff. They go a bit haywire sometimes, don't they? So I'm with Sarah. In an hour's time, we've got a very, very special cartload for you, some awesome deals, and it's a big show. I've got 5 pages of notes. That gives you an idea of just how big that show is going to be. Definitely get shopped ahead. I know there's a lot of very low stocked items in there that I'm worried about already. So if you wanted to have a little bit of a shop before the show, between shows, of course you can do that over on our website. Click offers, then click cartload and you'll see all the deals there. Please don't forget to check out your baskets, and I can't wait to see some of the awesome things that you make up using the products and the techniques that you've seen in the show today as well. I'll see you back here in 1 hour's time. See you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.